One of the advantages on farming on a rooftop, especially in a city center, is that your clients are directly at your doorstep. Let's find out how Andile from Farmer's Choice supplies her clients right here at Menlyn Shopping Centre. This is The Farming Show. Andile, access to markets is a subject that every single farmer talks about. Whether you've been farming for 10 years or 2 years, everybody wants to sell their produce. Tell us about your clientele right here in Pretoria.
Story of every farmer has a market access.
Yes.
So I'm happy that I'm in a shopping center because I sell direct to the shopping center, as in like the customers are right here at the shopping center. So most of the produce goes out to some of the restaurants that are here, some of the retailers that are here, and we even open up to some of the hotels that are close by. And we're also looking at some of the retailers that are not really close by, but around Pretoria as well. So, but the greatest thing is that we cutting out in terms of the fuel cost, because we're right in the shopping center and we're trying to service the people who are within the shopping center, which is the restaurants and the retailers, and soon we'll be open to the public as well.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask that besides business to business selling, do customers know that you're up here? So are you putting pamphlets and flyers, across the corridors of the mall and just saying, hey, go right up to the stairs, and at the rooftop, you've got Farmer's Choice selling beautiful lettuce. Tell us, what is your marketing process like? Did you start approaching all these retailers before you started construction and planting on the specific farm? Or did you start planting and maybe bring in all the managers to come have a look at your produce and then start having engagements and discussions around what to supply and when?
Would be a very great advice, and what you just asked is one of the greatest questions I think everyone who's looking into venturing into farming should actually ask themselves. But to answer you is that one needs to do market research prior to. You can be in a shopping center only to find out that people are not interested in what you want to grow.
Yes.
So basically lettuce happen to be something that we all go in a restaurant and whatsoever that you eat,
yes,
there's lettuce in it.
True.
So that's one of the greatest thing. But I did my market research prior. I went to each and every retailer, each and every restaurant that I supply, and proposed to say, this is what I'm basically going to be doing. What are you actually buying mostly? What sort of lettuce are you guys interested in? Because as you can see, I have different types of lettuce. Yes. They don't all go to one person, but I'm trying to feed my markets, that as in my clients, different kinds of clients that are requiring different types of lettuce as well. So it's important for one to do market research, understand your clients, understand what they're buying, the quantities that they're looking for, and that would give you great results in terms of your market.
Yeah. What are you growing besides lettuce during the summer and the winter months?
So hydroponic, it allows you to be flexible all year round. So we basically grow spring onion and herbs and the lettuce, of course, all year round, because the structure allows us to do that. So we sort of try and create favorable conditions for the plants. So yeah, we basically grow all those leafy greens that we have all year round.
They say farmers are price takers, not necessarily price makers. So when you compare yourself to another farmer that's farming in a peri-urban area or a rural area, quite far from their market base, where do you think you stand specifically on price negotiations? So for a farmer that's selling their lettuce, for example, at 7 Rand per head, how much are you pricing it, for example, right here in the shopping center. And the reason why I say that is because typically the market determines prices around fresh produce based on supply and demand. So have you found yourselves in a situation where your customers downstairs are saying, I won't take the lettuce for 7 Rand because the market prices has dropped. I will buy it maybe for 5.50 Rand. So for you as a farmer, farming right here in the rooftop, your clients or your clientele downstairs, do you price your product based on market demands, supply and demand, or do you price them right here on the farm, giving your customers the price that you have made, or are you just taking a price that your customers have decided to buy?
So I'd say the sad part about being a primary farmer is that mostly buyers are determining the prices, but suddenly I want the ball to start rolling and change, because I am the one who produces, and there's a lot of logistics involved just being a producer. So on my side, I determine my prices, because I'm in a shopping center which expects rent at the end of the day. There's water involved, there's electricity involved, and why are we calling it fancy stuff if we're gonna just set it out in a lower price? Where's the fancy on that? So, but besides that, what I can say is that each and every farmer needs to set out their prices. And remember, this goes back to the market research. If you do your market research, you will find your market or your target who would be willing to lock up with the prices that you're setting out, as much as you're trying to match with the current supplier that they have, or you're trying to out them in terms of you being the new supplier. But you also need to set out your own prices. You don't just take the prices that they give out, because at the end of the day, you in business, you're not just giving out produce. So you can't take out someone if they say they're giving you a 7 Rand, whereas your production cost might be a 10 Rand. So you're working on a loss. So rather you set out your own prices and find the market that is willing to pay a 10 Rand.
What do you do in situations where you don't have enough supply for your customers? And are you looking to expand right on this rooftop?
So basically, that's the plan. We're actually planning on expanding, because we're not only focusing on the current clientele, but we're looking at servicing more people. And just a sneak peek on what's to come is that we're looking at establishing a market which will then allow everybody, not just the B2B, but then everybody to come in and get the fresh produce, because we are all about servicing our people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Andile, I wish you the best of luck with your production. This is amazing what you have done here, and hopefully next time you can invite us to Bushbuck Ridge in Mpumalanga to see that livestock farm that you have running.
Most definitely.
Thank you. Looking forward to it. Water, rent, and electricity are important items that one would have to consider, especially if you're looking to go into rooftop farming. All these factors play a critical role in determining your price of the product at the end of the day. And just like Andile said, do your market research before you go and invest a lot of money in your infrastructure and buying seedlings, growing the crop and selling it to the market. Let your customers tell you what they want to buy from you. And then you can go ahead and start your hydroponic farm in your very own rooftop. So next time you're in Pretoria, do yourself a favor and come to Menlyn Shopping Centre to visit Farmer's Choice, Andile's farm. Thank you so much for watching The Farming Show. I'll see you next time.